Our story begins in the land of Persia, in the kingdom of Shushan, in the palace of King Achashverosh. Now Achashverosh was not the smartest king, but he did love a good party. So he invited all of the people of Shushan to his palace for a lavish and special feast. And Achashverosh looked out at all of the people enjoying his party, but someone was missing. "Where is Queen Vashti? She needs to come to my party too." So he told his servants, "Go find Vashti and make her come here now." So the servants went out and they found Queen Vashti. But when they found her, here's what she said. "No way, Jose! You tell that king I am not coming to his party, not interested, not coming, and he can't do anything about it. Nah, 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 nah." Well, the servants told King Achashverosh what Vashti said. "What? You tell her to come here right now," said the king. "I am not coming to your party. I don't want to come. I have a headache. I don't feel good. I don't want to be there." "You can't say no to me. You better come or else." "Or else what?" "You're going to get kicked out of the palace. You go now." And Vashti left the palace. Now King Achashverosh looked around and thought, I wish I had a wife. Now King Achashverosh, if you hadn't kicked Vashti out of the palace for having a headache, maybe you'd still have a wife. But nevertheless, King Achashverosh went to his advisors and said, "Go out and find me all the beautiful maidens in the land. One of them will be my new queen." In another corner of the kingdom lived Mordecai, the Jewish man who was very wise, and Mordecai happened to live with Esther, one of the most beautiful maidens in the land, who was also real smart and real powerful and very brave. "Esther," said Mordecai, "you need to go to the palace and join the parade and see if you can become the queen." "But I don't want to be the queen." "I know, Esther, but you have to go." "Okay." Well, Esther did go to the palace, and she stood with all the maidens, and King Achashverosh came out and took one look at Esther. "Va va va voom," he said. "You are definitely the most beautiful in the land. I want to marry you." "Okay," said Esther. When Uncle Mordecai heard the news, "Mazal tov, Esther, I'm so proud. You will be a wonderful queen." "Thank you. But there's one thing you must do." "What's that?" "You may never tell the king that you're Jewish." "But why?" "Just trust me. Don't do it." "Okay." In the meantime, King Achashverosh found a new advisor, Haman. Now Haman was not a great guy, not a nice guy at all, and Haman walked around town, "I'm the king's advisor. Everybody has to bow down to me. Everybody, bow down to me." Well, one day, Haman met Mordecai. "You must bow down to me also." "I can't bow down to you. I'm a Jew, and I only bow down to God." "What? That is impossible. You must bow down to me. I will get my revenge on you and all of your people too." So Haman went to go see King Achashverosh. "Your Majesty, there's a people in the land. They have different rules than us. They eat different food than us. They won't even bow down to you or your servants. We must get rid of them."
Well, if you say so, here's my ring. You can make it happen.
Ha ha ha. I'll get my revenge on you, Mordecai, and all your people too. Well, when the Jewish people heard what was happening, they went to Mordecai, and Mordecai went to Queen Esther. Esther, my niece, you must save the Jewish people. But how can I save the Jewish people? You must go to your husband and tell him that you are a Jew and ask him to save the lives of your people. But I can't do that. If you don't do that, what makes you think that you'll be saved along with the rest of the people? You must do it. Okay, I'll do it. It's very scary, but I will do it. But tell all the people to pray and to fast, and I'll do the same. And then I'll go to King Achashverosh. Okay, we'll do that. B'chatzlacha. Good luck. So Esther went to the king. What is it, my dear? I will give you anything, up to half of my kingdom. I just want to ask you and Haman to come to a feast, said Esther. Of course we'll come, said King Achashverosh. When Haman heard that he was invited to a feast, he was happier than ever. La 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 la. Even the queen wants to be with me. I must truly be the most important in the land. The day of the feast came, and Esther approached the king and Haman. Thank you for coming to my feast. Of course, my darling. Anything you want. What can I give you? Up to half of my kingdom. The only thing I want is to save my life and the life of my people. What do you mean? Why would anybody try to hurt you? Who is threatening you? It's that man over there, Haman. I'm a Jew, and my people are Jewish, and my family is Jewish, and Haman wants to hurt all of us. What? Said Haman, and he looked at the king. And then he looked at Esther, and he said, I'm out of here. And Haman left the palace. Oh, my darling, I'm so sorry. I will never let anybody hurt you. I will make a rule, and Haman's rule will be denied, and you and your people will be free and safe in the palace of Shushan. Oh, thank you, my king. Thank you so much, said Esther. And she went to find Uncle Mordecai. And Uncle Mordecai and Esther told all of the people that they would be safe. And everybody cheered, hooray, hooray. And they had parties, and they danced, and they sang. And that is the story of how Queen Esther and Uncle Mordecai saved the Jewish people. Chag Sameach and Happy Purim. Hooray!